Just momming and working.
Did you get any sleep?
I don't look like it. I'm like, how do I get rid of these circles under my eyes? Not really, because I try to work and write in particular after she goes down she's sleeping, which is great.
Right.
It's weird how, like, is she sleeping? That's everybody asks you that question when you have a kid.
Yeah, well, once you have kids, you realize, like, for the first X amount of days or years, like, you're just in a fog.
Yeah.
Where you don't know what's going on because you're just, that mommy brain thing's real.
It is, and it's the sleep deprivation, like, I think you pull your head out of your butt, like, in different waves. So I feel like I just came to a bit, and I'm like, what's going on with my business? Like, I ended up having to pay this ridiculous, I can't even get into it because I'll, like, burn the whole thing down, but it was a ridiculous tax that you're generally exempt from if you file by a date, which why do you even have this rule that punishes small businesses who are usually drowning, and it's easy to miss this stupid arbitrary date. And so the city of LA came after me, and they basically shook me down for like $4,000. And I was like, this shit keeps me up at night, Joe.
Yeah.
I just can't
Is it just an LA thing?
It's a city of LA thing, yeah. They have their own business tax renewal. You have to get a license that you renew. Even if you make under $300,000 as like an artist, you're exempt from this, which I'm exempt from this. And so I'm like, why do I have to pay? So then it's penalties and fee. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how I will stare at my ceiling in bed just enraged. And it's as a business owner, I'm like, I've got it. The buck has to stop with me. I want to blame everyone. And sure, this is a bullshit law. And maybe my tax guy should have been more aware of this. And I love him, though. I'm not blaming him either. And it has to stop with me. And so this is one of those things that probably just fell through the cracks because I had a baby. And
so the tax guy didn't know about it?
He did, but so I'm not exactly sure why we thought we were filing for that exemption in time. And it might be because they were sending me, because before I incorporated, I was just self-employed. And so I had to file as a self-employed worker. They kept sending me a little card to renew my license, but it was to me personally. So he very well could have thought that we were renewing it, but it wasn't for the corporation. It was for me personally. It's like I'm not a rich person. You know, that's like, and it's money that could go. I was saying to my husband, I'm like, I'd rather go give that $4,000 to like a homeless person under the frickin' highway than the city of LA, which is just going to set it on fire.
The way they shake things down. It's so, all the different taxes and regulations.
It's a mafia.
You don't realize how bad it is until you get away from it.
It's legalized mafia, though.
Well,
my friend has been out
bureaucracy.
of California for 5 years, and they're coming after him for back taxes.
Oh my god!
And they'll just take it out of they'll like garnish your wages.
Well, did you see the thing that they were trying to do where they were trying to tax people once they leave California?
Yeah, they were trying to pass that law.
Yeah, which is so wild. Even if you left, you still owe us money.
Yeah.
That you would have spent if you were here, but you're not here.
No.
But so what? We want the money.
Because it's a mafia.
It's just slimy. It's just bureaucracy.
This is legalized mafia tactics, though. And there's no recourse. There's really nothing. I talked to a very nice woman. I never blame the people who are just enforcing these ridiculous laws. And I was like, is there anything I can do? And she said, well, you might be able to apply for an exemption on your penalties. You get a one-time kind of exemption. And I was like, what about all of the taxes, which I would be exempt from? And she's like, there's absolutely nothing you can do. Like, it's like once it's set in stone. I'm like, how is anyone doing this as a small business? Because anyone who has a small business knows you're always, particularly when you're not making like millions of dollars and have lots of people doing this stuff for you, you're always trying to just keep up with all of the things that you have to manage.
Well, it's so different than any other business, like running a state, because any other business you would say, well, where are our necessary expenses? We need to pare them down. We had to figure out like what makes things profitable, what's necessary, what's not. And with bureaucracy, they don't do that. Instead, they have so many people. We need to figure out new ways to suck money out of these poor people that are stuck, literally rooted in this state. So let's just like figure out ways. Let's raise the tax. So they raise the taxes. The state taxes now are 14%. Which is so high.
That's crazy.
So high when you could just go to Nevada and it's 0.
I know.
You just drive over there 4 hours and you don't have to pay anything, which is like a lot of my friends did. I have a lot of friends that moved to Nevada.
I actually know a lot of people too. That's been one of the big exodus states.
Nevada is actually nice. Like if you live outside of the Strip, you know, like Henderson, and there's a few of those other towns. They're nice towns. They're really nice places to live.
Yeah, there's really beautiful kind of up in the hills area.
Oh, yeah, gorgeous. Hiking and mountains.
That's the same as Vegas. There's a lot of nice, like, hiking and...
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Vegas.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about Reno. I was thinking...
No, well, Reno, too.
Yeah.
Well, Reno, you have Tahoe. You have a lot of beautiful areas in like that's near Lake Tahoe.
I don't know why I was thinking Reno.
No. But Vegas itself is, you know, it's gross in the Strip.
Yeah.
Because of the traffic and all the gambling and all the, you know, people just trying to do coke and party and lose all their money.
I get spiritually sick when I go to Vegas. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I always joke like I know where all the great chicken noodle soup is on the Strip. I end up like the sad girl always in Vegas. Even when I was using drugs and drinking, I would end up in a hotel room looking at all the, you know, fountains and all of the lights, just sick. And it was like as we would be driving there, I would be getting just a fever, more and more sick. I'm like, I swear to God, I get like a soul sickness when I go to Vegas.
If I wasn't in the business that I'm in, I probably wouldn't like to go there at all. But, you know, I go there for fights because there's fights there all the time. It's one of the best places in the world for fights. And then I do shows there. Yeah. So for me, it's just I just go to dinner. There's all amazing places to eat there.
Yep. And good shows.
Yeah. Great shows.
Yeah. I have fun when I go and do, I think the last time I was there actually was to do a show. It's like that midnight show that they do kind of off back. It was fun. It was a good crew. I like that you get a mixed crowd from kind of all over America. Yeah. I think the crowds are there to have fun and laugh. And
they're on vacation, most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when
even the locals are cool.
I've had some dark times there, though, too.
Well, it's definitely a dark city in a lot of ways. I mean, when you have a city that's advertised as like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.